Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back out here on the creek and we're going to be trying to hook up with some big slab crappie. Now it's kind of gotten late in the year for this spot. Normally around this time of year we don't catch as many crappie, but the quality seems to increase a little bit, so I'm hoping to find a few stragglers. There's been a lot of people fishing out here this year and a lot of fish have been harvested, but I do still believe that there could still be some out here, especially since we just had a lot of heavy rains. This creek was flooded, and normally when you get, you know, high water like that, it encourages some more fish to swim back up this way. So we're gonna get after it. We're gonna toss around a jig underneath the bobber and see if we can find a little school of them out here. So hopefully y'all are excited for that. If so, do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what kind of trouble we can get into today. Let's go.
And I said we was way back on the creek, and I just asked the game more than out of curiosity.
There we go. That's a good one. That looks like a nice keeper. Get up here, fishy. Get up here, get up here, get up here. Yes, sir. That's gonna be 10 all day. All right, guys, we got our first keeper of the morning. I mean, he's definitely 10. He's gonna be bigger than the board. Look at that, bigger than the board. First fish of the morning. Hoping to get a few more of these. We're out here early, trying to beat the crowd, and hoping to get a good little mess of them. I love catching these creek crappie out here. All right, one down, 29 to go. There we go. That's another good one. Another good one right there. That's the same spot I caught the first one at. I think it's gonna be another keeper. He's fighting like a good one. Might be close. It's gonna be a lot closer than the last one. There's fish number 2. I think he's gonna be 10. It's a white crappie. First one was a black crappie. It's been 12 minutes since I caught the last fish, so it's not, you know, super hot action. I actually missed another fish. So I've had 3 bites in the first like 30 minutes that I've been here. So definitely not like popping off crazy. But if we can get this quality, that'll make all the difference. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 10.5 all day on a white crappie. We'll take it. That first black crappie was a stud. I ain't gonna lie, it's like a nice 12-incher, but this is a nice 10.5. He'll pair up nicely with him. Okay, so that's 2 fish. I've got actually 7 clips on that chain stringer, so I think my goal is to get 7 fish on that thing. And we could double them up, obviously, if we start catching more. But here is the bait of choice today. I use this bait all the time when I'm out here, just because the water's kind of muddy and they like it. It's just a 1.5-inch chartreuse scrub, or chartreuse tube. I've got a 16th ounce jig head. Usually use a 32nd, but there's a lot of current, so I'm trying to get down in the current, and I have it situated about 2 feet below a bobber. I'm using the 7-foot 6-inch ACC crappie sticks, medium. I like the longer rod, help me get a long cast. And then I have a 2500 size reel, 10-pound braided line to an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. That's the setup. We're gonna get back out there and get another one. There we go. I've caught all my fish in the exact same spot. I don't know what that is right there. There's a little something there. I don't know if that's gonna be a keeper or not. He's not fighting that good. It looks like he's gonna be close. It's another white crappie, so they're usually longer. There we go, guys. His hook just popped out too. Third fish, you see the sun starting to come up through them trees. I bet he's 10 in the exact same spot. I think there's a log there, but I'm not exactly sure because I'm not getting hung up on it. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? 11. Look at that. I need to clean this thing off so I can see a little better. That's 10 3/4 right there. He just didn't fight as hard as the other 2. That's a good one. Oh God. It's a tiny one. It barely popped it. And he couldn't even pull the bobber down. He was so little. There's our 4th fish, but that's gonna be our first non-keeper of the day, our first casualty. No little white crappie. It's crazy. Normally I catch a ton of black crappie out here, but so far it's been dominated by white crappie. He's a little guy. He's got to grow up, but that's okay. Our ratio of keepers to non-keepers out here has been great so far this morning, but it's been, like I said, been kind of slow. We're kind of grinding it out. We don't have all day to fish out here, but we got plenty of time to catch our 7. Oh, it was a fish. Oh my gosh, he's so tiny. We're going the wrong direction. Tiny little black crappie. Little fish tank fish. I kept thinking it was a bluegill messing with it, but it was just this little dude. Okay, that is our 5th fish. Second tiny guy of the day. We need some big ones to swim back up in here. Man, that was the lightest little bite. I might need to shallow up a little bit. They might not be able to pull it down all the way because I might be fishing too deep. Or it just could be just that they're just too small. It's an upgrade, but still a non-keeper. It's a pretty fish though. He was hooked perfectly. I've already lost track of how many we caught. I think it's like number 7, maybe number 8. Peace. I mean, I'm on him now, guys. I think it's another non-keeper, but it could be a keeper. We're gonna play and act like it's a nice keeper. Oh, it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close. Must have been a school that just swam through. Look at that. That is going to be probably 9.5. Probably our first heartbreaker of the day. Oh, man. Well, it is in fact our first heartbreaker of the day. The 10-inch mark is right there. That is literally like a 9 7/8 right there. Just a little bit too short. He gets to go for a ride on the crappie slide. Back to the lake. There we go. I hope he's big and just running at me. Every time I catch one there, it seems to be a small or medium guy. Oh no, he came off, no. He wasn't a keeper, I don't think, guys. God. Got him. I think that's a keeper. He popped it good, but now he feels small. No, I started off so good catching good keepers. Now it's gonna be too short. He smashed it. I fear he's gonna be 9. Yep, 9.5. 9.5 inch. Back in the drink. Okay, we're making a spot change, but we first have to cross this log to get over here to this little section of the creek. Hopefully it's not too slippery. My shoes are not the grippiest shoes in the world, but we will see. I've got pretty good balance, but I've got my hands full. I've got my tackle box, I got my crappie, got my pole. And hopefully this log holds up too. So far we're looking good. We don't want to fall in. This log is rocking. Oh, we're almost there. Sketchy. Sketchy. All right, we made it. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have a really hard time walking and looking down. I was getting so dizzy, but we made it. If it wasn't for these shoes, I would have felt better about it. But now look at us. We got ourselves a nice looking spot here. All right, we got some more creek right here to fish. Got it. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. New spot paid off. Come here. Don't come off. Don't come off, fish. Come to daddy. That's a good one. Finally, got ourselves another good keeper. He's like a dinner plate too. That thing is thick. That sun's getting up. The reason I moved over here is because it's a little bit more shaded, and I wanted to take advantage of this low light as long as possible. And I also wasn't getting no more bites where I was at. It's felt like an eternity, but we're finally putting our 4th fish on the chain stringer, meaning we only have 3 clips left. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to fill it out right here or not, but we're definitely going to try. There we go, another one. Same spot as the last one, but this one here is not gonna be a keeper. Same exact spot though. He's kind of yellow. He's kind of got that muddy, kind of golden, he looks like a golden rainbow trout color. Non-keeper though. There we go. I think that's another keeper, guys. Looks like a thick one. Stay on there, big guy. Oh yeah, big in. Big in. Stay on. Right there. Whew, baby. Oh man, it has been kind of slow. It's been 16 minutes. My last fish, but that's another good, solid keeper. I'll take it, you know, if we're having to wait for our fish, as long as they're keepers, that's all that really matters. It's a stud, thick creek crappie. I'm thinking about putting a lighter jig head on. I'm not in as much current now, and I'm thinking I would do better if I swap back down to a 32nd ounce. But here we go. Uh-oh. And we are 2 crappie away from filling up the stringer. I think we can do it. There we go, next cast, same spot. I think we got another keeper. Oh yeah, another good one. Another good one. Come on, baby, stay on. Yes. I'll take it right there. Might just be a slight spot adjustment. That is freaking sweet. One more clip. Oh, my bobber was gone. Way gone. Way gone. I turned my head for half a second and it was gone. Oh, that's a big one. That might be our biggest of the day, guys. Maybe not the biggest of the day. But there we go. Swapped it up on him just a little bit. Just a little bit. I got my tackle box. I was looking for a lighter jig head and I couldn't find one. But I found an orange one. So I swapped to an orange. I was using pink. And I swapped to a more white baby shad profile bait. I've been throwing chartreuse all day and I just figured maybe I'd show them something a little bit different, and it worked out. And with this fish, I'm gonna set my crap down. With this fish, we have officially filled the stringer, as long as I don't mess up. There we go. Look at that, guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I used to have more clips than that on my stringer. But now we can double them up now if we catch a couple more. But if not, 7 is a great number. We've probably caught 15 or so. We've thrown back just as many as we've kept. But I'm gonna make a few more casts. The sun has gotten up. I'm running out of shade lines. I might run up the bank a little bit. There's a shade pocket. But if not, we've had a good day, and hopefully we can get it done with this guy. All right, guys. Well, I didn't get any more bites, and I'm ready to call it a day out here. I think it just got too sunny, but I've got my fish on the stringer, and we are back here at our sketchy log that I have to cross. That thing was rocking the whole time I was walking across it. For as big as it is, you'd think it'd be more sturdy. And it is pretty sturdy, but it was slightly sketchy. But we're gonna hop back up on here. Hopefully, make it across in one piece and stay dry. I was worried the bark on this thing is gonna break. It feels loose. Oh, we're good, we're golden. We got a good pace this time. Last time we were kind of being timid. Had to feel it out the first time. All right, way easier getting back across this time than it was earlier. All right, let's take our fish back to the car and let's get back to the house. All right, guys, we are here at the cleaning table. We have our fish all spread out. They're still clipped onto the string. I need to get them unclipped really quickly, but look at those fish, guys. They are beautiful. We got black and white crappie, and we've got some studs. Like that right there is a really nice fish. That's a really nice fish right there. I mean, they're all just really quality and perfect eating size. And honestly, you can't ask for much more than that, you know, late season creek crappie fishing. And we got some goings, and had we maybe got there a little bit earlier, maybe to that second spot, or just stayed out there longer, we might could have, you know, maybe doubled our amount. But 7 is a great number for us to eat. So we get them cleaned up, and then I'm not sure how we're gonna cook them today, but it should be good. Crappie are always good no matter how you cook them. So let's get them all diced up, and we'll see you guys in the kitchen. All right, guys, we are ready to start cooking. We cleaned all of our fish up, and we have a few of our fillets here on the plate. I've just got 4 right here. We're just gonna do a little sampler today. This is gonna be like our appetizer. We actually have a bigger dinner planned later on today, but I wanted to start off by snacking on some of these fillets while they are fresh. And today, to do so, we're going to be frying them up here in the deep fryer right here. And today we're gonna be mixing it up just a little bit. We're gonna be making some yellow mustard battered, spicy fried fish. I'm not sure if I got all those words in order, but we're gonna be making some spicy yellow mustard battered fish featuring the hot Slappy Mama. I've already got some of that Slappy Mama mixed up here. This is just some flour. I like using the hot version of that Slappy Mama just because you don't have to use as much to season the flour, just because it is already a little bit extra spicy. But I already have this guy heated up, and I think that we are ready to go on about with the process. Oh, I'm losing a napkin. It's a little bit breezy out here. If y'all hear some wind blowing, it is because it is breezy. But yeah, I'm gonna start off by rubbing some mustard all over these fillets, and then we'll throw them into the flour and Slappy Mama mix, and then we'll toss them in here. So I'm actually gonna put this back on just for a moment. Kind of jumped the gun on that guy. Let's roll our sleeves up real quick. So like I said, we've got our fish on the plate, and I'm just gonna start off by adding a little bit of yellow mustard to them. I'm not really sure what it is about the yellow mustard that makes this style of fish good, but it just is. So this is kind of like your wet batter, which is going to hold, you know, our dry seasoning onto the fish. And then when you cook this, it really doesn't even taste like mustard. You get like a little bit of a hint of it, but it's just yummy. It's just really yummy. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I think it's just because I don't like get my hands on mustardy, but we're risking it for the biscuit today. Okay, I like the way that that looks, nice and mustardy. Let's go on ahead and toss them into this bad boy right here. One, 2, 3, 4 fish in the bag. Oh no, I'm losing my napkin again. Give them a good jostling inside the bag. I think this is the best way to batter fish. I see a lot of people like, you know, mixing it with their hands and mixing bowl, which that works too. But I feel like you get a really good even coat this way, and it's a little bit less messy. Okay, let's put our deep fryer back over here. Show you guys how this turned out. Look at that. Super well evenly coated. That should stick on there. Flour usually sticks onto, you know, a kind of somewhat damp fillet pretty well, but I think adding the mustard is gonna make it even better. If we were getting really freaky, we could like double mustard batter it, but we're just gonna do just a single today. Oil's nice and heated up. These will probably only take about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and then we will take them out to do the official taste test. Okay, well, our fish are done, and I have to say they look quite scrumptious, but there is something rather interesting that I would like to share with y'all. I'm not really sure how I feel about this or how this actually happened, but I was just kind of looking at this mustard bottle, you know, just while the fish was cooking, and if you look right there, do you read that date? Best by October 28th, 2020? Like what? Like how does that happen? It's 2023 right now. I honestly have no idea. Like, so I don't even know. Like, we have lived here at this house since 2018, like middle of 2018. So there's honestly like a good chance that that could possibly be the first bottle of mustard we ever bought. Because I don't really know what the shelf life is on this thing. I have no idea. Like, we use mustard all the time. Like, we've been using this mustard, but it's 3 years expired almost. Or I guess two, like two and a half, 2.25, I don't know. But anyways, if things go wrong and this tastes bad, I blame the mustard. And then if I get sick and die, then it's the mustard. If I get salmonella, but I think that the tastiness of the crappie is going to, like, you know, like neutralize the 3-year-old mustard. But I felt like I just needed to share that with y'all, just in case anything goes south here. I literally have no idea how that happened, or how that, I don't even know. Maybe there's another mustard ball in our fridge and that one just, I don't even know. But anyways, enough about that. We have that right there, look at that. It's crispy, golden brown. You can see the seasoning. You can see on this side, it's kind of got the ripples of that flour. I mean, look at that, it's gonna be so good as long as the mustard ain't bad, but you only live once. We're going in. Hot. Dang, that's so good. Like I said, guys, you really don't taste the mustard, but it just makes, it's just something that enhances like the flavor of the meat or the breading. I don't know. But that's good. It's very hot. I should have waited a second, but I figured it'd cool off. It's kind of cooled off back here in the wind's blowing, so best to come out here, spend some moments with y'all, cooking some fish. I feel like we do this all the time, but it never gets old for me. Man, it's good. Man, that is good. Now, like I said, I don't recommend cooking with 3-year-old mustard. 3-year-old expired mustard. That mustard could be 5 years old for all I know. I don't even know. That's crazy. But it did make some good fish. And, you know, it's a great way to round out the day. We had a great time this morning out there catching some fish. Didn't slay them like I was kind of hoping, but we did catch enough, obviously, for a nice meal that we'll enjoy for the next couple of days. And it's just fun, you know, walking the creek. It's just so simple. It's so easy to do. Any of y'all can go out, you know, this time of year, find yourself a local creek, toss some crappie jigs underneath the bobber, and probably look into some big slabs. But that's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, do me a huge favor, hit thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see ya on the next one. Bye, guys.